The woman had lost her memory, but with just one glance, she recognized that the man before her was her husband, the one she had once loved the most. However, her husband carried his injured sister in his arms and left without paying her any attention, which left her somewhat disheartened. The next moment, he came running back and grabbed her hand, asking her to treat his sister to thank her. The husband decided to reward his wife, then drag her to hospital. It was only then that the woman sadly realized that this was the first time her husband had kissed her, and that the reason was only so she would treat his sister. She then decided to let her husband go with her adoptive sister. Shortly after, the husband noticed that his wife was not angry as before. He had no idea that she had already forgotten everything about him. At that moment, she went to the immigration office to file her immigration request. She then had two agreements prepared, one for her husband, a divorce agreement, and the other for her parents, a document severing family ties. Although she was their biological daughter, her parents seemed to cherish her adoptive sister more. After her accident and memory loss, her parents thought this was just another attempt to compete for their affection, and they demanded that she give up her husband to her sister, since that was what they wanted. The woman obeyed their wish. That day was her adoptive sister's birthday. To make her happy, the parents gave her 60% of their company's shares. The husband himself presented a precious item symbolizing the mistress of the house, publicly declaring that it should belong to her adoptive sister. Seeing all the attention focused on her sister, the woman could no longer hold back her tears. She went to the restroom to calm herself, but when she returned, her adoptive sister accused her of stealing the ring that her husband had just given her. Before she could defend herself, her mother slapped her, accusing her of being jealous of her sister and of stealing her belongings. Soon the ring was found in the woman's bag, leaving her unable to justify herself. Suspicious, the husband warned her not to covet what did not belong to her. The woman firmly declared that she had stolen nothing and that she no longer loved her husband, but no one believed her. For the family's honor, her father ordered that she be locked in her room as punishment. Shivering from the cold and on the verge of fainting, she held on, thinking that in just a few days she could leave. When she woke up, she found herself back home. As she came out of her room, she saw her adoptive sister watching TV beside her husband. Suddenly, she remembered a time when she was calmly eating an apple with her husband and had been scolded for making too much noise. But now her adoptive sister blasted the TV volume, and her husband didn't even frown. She then understood the difference between love and the absence of love. That evening, the husband prepared an entire dinner with all the favorite dishes of his adoptive sister to show off. The sister invited the woman to sit with her and deliberately gave her a piece of seafood. The woman had forgotten her seafood allergy and ate it without caution, triggering an allergic reaction. She sought help from her husband, but her sister deliberately spilled a bowl of seafood soup. The husband rushed to protect his adoptive sister, leaving his wife to faint. When she regained consciousness, she was alone in the hospital. A nurse explained to her that the husband had reserved the entire second floor to treat his adoptive sister. She then saw her sister's joyful posts on social media and couldn't help but like them. Suddenly, the husband stormed in furiously, accusing her of betraying his trust. Since his grandfather had scolded him for his behavior, he thought his wife had exposed him. He accused her of eating seafood just to trap him. She explained that she had simply forgotten her allergy. The husband retorted, "Why don't you just admit you've even forgotten who you are?" She replied that she had indeed forgotten. This sudden coldness surprised